Welcome back here to Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Hancock County Hornets and the Grayson County Cougars. As Game 1 went in favor of Grayson County 50-45 against Hancock County, but this one should be another dandy. Grayson County 9-5, Hancock County 4-9, but Hancock County, when you look at them, just very basic information on them right away. 35th in the state defensively. Only team in the third region that's shooting above 50% from the field, and they rank 10th in the state in shooting percentage. They've got a lot of guys that will shoot the heck out of the ball, so we should be in for a treat tonight here from Hancock County High School. Coming up here as we are just about 14 minutes away from from the throw-in in this game. We'll introduce you to both the Hancock County Hornets and the Grayson County Cougars, and also try and give you tonight's starting lineups, as that will come up here and more, as this is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to Hancock County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are preparing to take on the Hornets. And a good matchup here as Hancock County enters this game with a record of 4-9. They're 1-2 in the 11th district. Leading scorer is Devin Powers. He is 14.3 points a game, 2.6 rebounds per game. But his shooting, and again, this is not a typo, 51.4% from three. Again, 51.4% from three-point range. And he's taken over 100 threes on this game. 74% of his shots come from three-point range. He's going to let it fly, and he's going to make a lot of them. Ryan Ogle, he's averaging 11 points a game. Caleb Cowan is averaging 12.9 points a game. He's another player that takes a lot of shots from three. 60% of his shots come from three, and I say that it's not as good as his three-point percentage is only 37%. When you compare it to Devin Powers, that's a 14-point difference, but really, 37% is still pretty darn good. As a team, Hancock County again ranks 10th in the state in shooting the three, 39.5%, 51% from the field, and a lot of that is helped out by the senior forward Darian Clay. He is shooting 72% from the field, including 76% on shots inside the arc. Hancock County is going to score the ball at a high level tonight. The question is, can Grayson County answer and keep this one rolling and pick up a win? The Cougars on the other side, 9-5 is their record. They're 2-1 in 12th district play Keegan Sharp, 14.3 points and 2.1 rebounds. He had 5 threes against McLean County in the loss last time out. Other players you'll need to know, River Blanton, he had 21 against McLean. He's averaging 14.1 points a game and averaging 8.2 rebounds per game. Hunter Toms averaging 7 and 5. Chandler McCready averaging 12.1 and 4.0. Your coaching matchup on the Hancock County side, Michael Orr. He's in his 3rd season at Hancock County coaching the boys. He's 26 and 38 overall, but he has been a coach at Owensboro Catholic for about 15 years, as Coach Hill was telling us off the air, and he was the coach also for the Hancock County girls as well. He is a legendary coach in this way, and as I was talking with K105's news director Ken Hallett last night about Michael Orr, he says that he used to play softball with him. So he says they go way back in doing that, and he said that he's one of the nicest guys in the world as well. So I'm not sure if I was making a point to Ken saying that if I go up to him and say, hey, I know Ken Hallett, is that going to help me or hurt me? And he said it was going to help me, but you can never really tell. For Grayson County, assistant coaches are Brian Hill, Brett Johnston, Daryl Meredith, and the head coach Travis Johnston. His next win will be win number 50 for his career. Grayson County, earlier on this week, did find out that they have found their draw for the 12th District Tournament, as they will play Whitesville Trinity in the 12th District Tournament that will be held on March the 16th at Whitesville. So that's who the Cougars drew, so technically they draw that number 1 overall seed. And if they win that, they'll play the winner of Edmonson County, Butler County. Whitesville Trinity, though, playing really good basketball as of late, and Grayson County, they gave them everything that the Cougars had, did Whitesville, as the Cougars won that game by a final score of 58-54, but it was a Trinity team that was leading, my memory's right, 40-33 with about 7 minutes to play in that game before Grayson County's offense really clicked and took the lead in that one. Grayson County and Hancock County coming up quick. We'll take a break and give you tonight's starting lineups. This is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your...
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to Hancock County High School, where the Cougars and Hornets are getting ready to get underway here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. First, though, let's run down a couple of scores from around the region before we bring you the tonight's starting lineups. First, the one that really matters is the Lady Cougars picked up a win against the Lady Hornets in Game 1 by a final score of 50-45, as Rachel Snyder and Ella Robinson in that game combined for 36 points and 30 rebounds. As we talk with Coach Hill, that'll get it done. Some scores to bring you in boys basketball. Butler County leading Foundation Christian Academy by a score of 73-35 at the end of the third quarter. Other scores to bring you. Big one going on in the Lexington area. Lexington Catholic, the number one team in the state, is in a battle with Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Lexington Catholic is on top 68-66 with 20 seconds to play in that game. Boys basketball, Union County on top of Trigg County 19-14 at the end of the first quarter. And girls basketball, it's Henderson County on top of Hopkins County Central 23-12. In girls basketball, E-Town defeating Franklin County 64-51. Again, the Lady Cougars will see that Elizabethtown team on Tuesday evening at the Cougar Den. In boys basketball, it's Thomas Nelson. They lead Bethlehem 35-29. That score is at the half as well. Trying to see if there aren't any other scores to bring you. In girls basketball, South Warren defeating Allen County Scottsville by a final score of 39-32. And a final score in girls basketball, Edmonson County loses at Logan County by a final score of 44-43. Those are really the scores to bring you from around the region. Again, Lady Cougars winners earlier on against Hancock County girls. Now let's meet here the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Hancock County Hornets. Junior number 4, Evan Ferry. He's averaging 10.5 points and 1.8 rebounds per game. Senior Darian Clay. He's averaging 6.4 points and 6 rebounds per game. Senior Ethan Stewart. He is averaging 3 points and 1.4 rebounds per game. Junior Devin Powers, averaging 14.3 points. He leads the team in that category. 2.6 rebounds per game. He ranks 4th in the state in three-point percentage. 74% of his shots come from three-point range, and he's knocking down 51.4% of those shots. And the final man, Ryan Ogle. He is averaging 10.9 points and 4.6 rebounds per game, as he is the final starter for Hancock County. Again, that's Ogle, Powers, Stewart, Clay, and Ferry. Assistant coaches for Hancock County is Gary Baker, Mike Hensley, and Josh Powers, and the head coach is Mike Orr. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Cougars, 9-5 on the season, looking for that 10th win on the year, which would match their total from last season, as the Cougars finished it with a record of 10-22 last year, 4-4 in district play. Junior guard number 2, Keegan Sharp, is the first starter, 14.3 points a game, leading the team in that category. Sophomore guard number 3, Braden Childress, averaging 2.3 points and 2.6 rebounds per game as the point guard. Sophomore forward number 22, Dylan Horn, averaging 3.4 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. River Blanton is a sophomore forward, averaging 14.1 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. And Hunter Toms is a junior forward, averaging 7.1 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. Once more, that starting lineup for the Cougars is Toms, Blanton, Horn, Childress, and Sharp. Assistant coaches for Grayson County is Brian Hill, Brett Johnston, and Daryl Meredith. And the head coach in his 4th season with a record of 49-59 is Travis Johnston. Grayson County and Hancock County coming up next, right here on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Back here to Hancock County High School, Grayson County getting ready to take on the Hornets of Hancock County one more time. The starting lineup for the Cougars, Sharp, Childress, Horn, Blanton, and Toms. And for Hancock County, it's Ferry, Clay, Stewart, Powers, and Ogle. As Caleb Cowan didn't play on Tuesday against Ohio County, he's going to come off the bench tonight. He's averaging 13 points a game, and I think he is coming off the bench for the senior that was the senior Stewart to start. So I'm pretty sure that is why he's not starting tonight, as they had senior night in between these two games here today. Should be a great game, though, tonight between Grayson County and Hancock County. Game 1 saw the Lady Cougars win by a final score of 50-45 in what was an absolute dandy of a game. If that was anything like what we're getting ready to see in Game 2, we should be in for a treat here today. As Grayson County is going to start with the basketball, working from left to right on your radio dial, and we are underway. Cougars in their road orange jerseys with the navy blue numerals. Hancock County in their home whites with red numerals. As it'll be Keegan Sharp with the basketball. He's the three-point specialist for Grayson County, shooting from three this year, 42%. That percentage just keeps on growing. Down the right side, Childress lowers his shoulder and lays it in off that right side. As he noticed he had an opening down that right lane, and Braden Childress takes it right to the hole, and Grayson County gets on top first, 2-0. Here from Hawesville, Kentucky, between Grayson County and Hancock County. As it's Ogle down inside to Stewart. Stewart passes off to the right block and laying it in, an easy basket for Devin Powers. Powers taking a two-point goal is not something you see often, as Powers, 74% of his shots come from three-point range so far this season. Childress with the basketball, dribbling it with the right hand. Grayson County trying to set up the offense as we're 2-2 a minute in. Childress drives in, pulls up inside the free throw line over to Toms. Toms outside to Horn. Horn gives it back here to Childress. Childress with the right hand backs it off and going to set it up here as Travis Johnston, the fourth-year head coach, delivers the play call. Childress backs off now to the right wing. Drives down that right side, splits defenders, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Powers for Hancock County. That'll be his first and the team's first here of the first half. 2-2, Grayson County and Hancock County all knotted up. 6 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the first quarter. Out front to Blanton. Blanton back here to do Sharp. Three near side. No good. In and out. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Hunter Toms for Grayson County. So it'll be Hancock County basketball. 2-2 is the score, those 6 minutes and 42 seconds to play in tonight's game. So it is senior night tonight for Hancock County. As they before the game, recognize their two seniors, Ethan Stewart and Darian Clay. As Stewart inside the lane, Evan Ferry is called for, he's going to get rewarded with a foul. Bump foul called on Braden Childress. That is his first and the team's first of this first half of play. So it'll be Powers to pass in. He scans once, scans twice, got to get it in. 5 seconds is the call. Nice defense by Grayson County. And it'll be Cougar basketball. 2-2, 6:35 to play here in the first quarter. As that was perfect defense on the inside, as the junior Devin Powers scanned a couple of times but just could not find anyone to get the basketball to. Childress on the right wing, dumps a pass down to Horn. Horn runs down and gets it on the left side, off to Blanton. Blanton drives down far baseline, outside to Horn. Horn fakes the drive, gives it back outside to Childress. Childress setting up the offense. He's got Grayson County's lone basket in this game. Gets a screen from Horn, off to Sharp in the near side. Outside now to Childress. Childress swings it over to the left wing to Blanton. Blanton coming off 21 points against McLean County. Drives in, spin move, left lane, flip shot, no good. Rebound on the floor is taken by Ethan Stewart. Stewart gives it off here to the near side to Ferry. Ferry drives in, dumps a pass off, and laying it in off the right side is Darian Clay. And Hancock County has their largest lead, or their first lead of this game at 4-2. With 5 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Childress over to the left side, outside to Sharp. Sharp dribbles once with the left hand, now backs it off into the near side. Sharp going to set up the offense as he gets the play call from Travis Johnston. He drives down over to the far side, gives it back here to Childress. Childress back off now to Blanton. Blanton setting it up here. 5-out offense for Grayson County. Toms has it stripped away by Ferry, and Hancock County will have the basketball working from right to left on your radio dial. Ferry, jump pass over to the near side. Powers, three is up and no good. Rebound on the floor as out of bounds off of Grayson County. As they're going to say it's off of Horn on the inside. Hancock County will pass this one in from the inside. Last time they did this, it was a 5-second call. This time, it's an easy call for the official. Over to the far side on the inside pass to Ogle. Ogle bodies up Horn, double teamed on the inside, absorbs the contact and gets it in off that right side. Ryan Ogle gives Hancock County a 6-2 lead, 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Grayson County beat this Hancock County team last time they played 70-51. The Cougars have won 3 straight in the series and lead the series since 1998, 20-5. Blanton, spin move on the left block, tries a flip shot, it's no good, but he's fouled by, it's either on Darian Clay. It is on Clay. That'll be his first and the team's second. to the free throw line will be River Blanson. On the season, 73.2%. Free throw is up, no good off the back of the iron. Blanton's definitely one of those players that if he makes that first free throw, he can definitely continue to let it fly, but if not, he can struggle. As that one's no good. Horn with a rebound. He's stripped away, though, by Ferry. Hancock County pushing. Ferry coast to coast. Down the right side, absorbs contact off that right side, lays it in. Timeout on the floor taken by Grayson County. 8-2, Hancock on top. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
8-2, Hancock County leads this one. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. Not a good start for the Cougars at all, and Travis Johnson takes that quick 30-second timeout. Just try and stop the bleeding, get something going. Is an 8-0 run for Hancock. After Braden Childress had an easy basket to start off with. McCready into the game. He fades one off the right side. It's no good. Rebounded on the floor by Ogle. So Hancock will start pushing again. They have had whatever they wanted to fall in this one early on. Evan Ferry with the basketball. See, it's the same lineup into the game in for Hancock County as Ogle swings it to Stewart on the right side. Over to Ferry. Ferry, an interior pass into Ogle is knocked out of bounds by Blanton. And it's going to be great. It is going to be Hancock County basketball to pass in from underneath their own basket. 8-2, Hornets on top. 4:05 to play here in the first quarter. As it will be passing in by Powers on the inside, gives it into Clay. Clay on the right wing, guarded by Toms. Clay shoots the ball at an elite percentage from the free throw line. Stewart inside to Clay. Clay off the right side, bodies up and gets that basket off the right side. Clay from the field this season, shooting 72%, and on shots inside the line, shooting 76%, and he's made his first 2 shots on the inside, and Hancock leads Grayson 10-2, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Sharp, deep three from the volleyball line is short. Rebounded by Blanton. He'll take the three from the left wing. That one is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Toms on the inside. He has it stripped away into the hands of Sharp. Sharp to the near side to McCready. McCready picks it off, back to Sharp. Right wing three is no good as it bounced, almost went in, but bounces off and goes into the hands of Ferry for Hancock County. Ferry pushing at the free throw line, gives it back to Powers. Again, Powers is the three-point specialist. He doesn't get the shot off there. His nice defense by Grayson to shut that one off. Ogle with the basketball on the left wing. With the right hand, switches to the left, a handoff pass to Powers. 3:06 to play in the first quarter. It is 10-2. Cougars trail Hancock County. Inside to Clay, gives it off to the far side to Stewart. Stewart throws it away into the hands of Childress. Childress pushing 1-on-2 down the left side, spin move, and has it stripped away and stolen away by Ferry. Ferry will now push 1-on-2. He'll drive in and run right over Grayson County, and they call a blocking foul on the inside. Called on Chandler McCready. That'll be his first and the team's second. As it'll be Dylan Horn, he'll check in, as will Nolan Hornbeck. Toms and Childress will check out for Grayson County. As to pass in will be Powers in for Hancock County. He gives it over to the far side to Ferry. Ferry guarded by Hornbeck. Hornbeck chases him back to the right side. Nice defense, gets a screen from Clay. Now it's a handoff pass to Powers. Powers is guarded by Sharp. 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hancock County up 10-2 against the Grayson County Cougars. Ferry down the right side, lowers his shoulder, goes up off the right side. It's an air ball, rebounded by McCready. McCready looking to push for Grayson County down the near side. Picks it up on the right side, and he's going to set it up. Out front to Sharp. Sharp drives in, free throw line floater, up and in and out. Rebounded by Darian Clay for Hancock County. And I think we might need to go up there and check and see if there's a lid on top of the basket for Grayson County, because it sure seems like it. Drives down, lowers the shoulder. Ferry gets the basket off the right side, and Hancock County leading this one 12-2. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Grayson County's been smacked in the mouth to start this game after a 12-0 run by the Hornets. Sharp backs it off, gives it back now to Blanton. 5-out offense for Grayson County. You just need something to go your way. McCready drives down off the left side, gives it outside to Hornbeck. Hornbeck will double dribble, will be the call. And Travis Johnston, he said that Hornbeck bobbled it, but the official, I think that's Trevino Kelly on the far side, said that he did not. He put it down once and then picked it up and took another dribble. 1:38 to play in the first quarter. 12-2. Hornets on top of Grayson County. A 12-0 run for Hancock. Powers, three, straight away, good. He came off the screen, knocked down the three. Full timeout by Grayson County. After a 15-0 run by Hancock County in this one, and Travis Johnston not happy with how his team is playing in this, and probably for a good reason, as this is not the start Grayson County needed in this. Hancock County only 4-9 on the season. In fact, Hancock has only won one home game this entire year, and it was against Candleton, their last home game earlier in the week on Monday. Candleton, Indiana, as they haven't played a lot of home games. They've only played 4 home games the entire year and have not had a lot of success in beating them. Travis Johnston letting his team have it right now on the sideline, as it is 15-2. Hancock all over Grayson in this one early on. 1 minute and 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. Try to see if there isn't a score update or two to bring you in boys basketball. Breckenridge County defeating Cloverport by a final score of 61-15. And a final score in boys basketball, Butler County defeating Foundation Christian Academy by a final score of 79-38. And a final score in girls basketball, Breckenridge County defeating Cloverport by a final score of 61-6. 15-2, 1 minute and 26 seconds to play in the first quarter. Grayson County trying to stop the bleeding after Hancock is on this 15-0 run. Off to the right elbow to Hornbeck. Hornbeck gives it back to McCready. McCready in between the circles. Off to the left wing to Sharp. Sharp out front to Blanton. Blanton guarded by Clay over to the right wing. McCready, he'll take the three. It's no good. Rebounded by Hornbeck. Hornbeck tries to put it back up. Loses it, gains it back outside to Sharp. Sharp over to the left wing to McCready with 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. McCready tries to get a pass inside, and it's kicked by Stewart. It's going to go back here towards Grayson County basketball. As it's in here to Horn with 55 seconds and counting. McCready drives down the right side, goes up with a shot. He's fouled a couple of times, a late whistle. And they're going to call this on Ogle. That'll be his first and the team's third. And McCready will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Grayson County trying to stop a 15-0 run by Hancock County. McCready from the free throw line on the season, 64.6%. And that one is no good. Second free throw, McCready, good. That stops the bleeding at least somewhat for Grayson. It's still a 15-1 run for Hancock County with 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Grayson offensively struggling to start with this one. Stewart with the basketball. It's a handoff pass to Clay. Clay gives it to Ogle on the left wing. 36 seconds and counting to play here in the first quarter. 15-3 Hancock. Ferry, guarded by McCready, takes one dribble and gives it to Powers. Powers will shoot the three from anywhere on the floor and makes it at a high level. 20 seconds and counting. Ferry with the basketball. Out to the far side to Stewart. Stewart back to Ferry with 15 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Back now to Ogle. Ogle gives it back to Ferry. They're going to run it now with 8 seconds. Ferry drives down, gets a screen as it's stripped away by McCready. Fast break with 3 seconds. McCready drives down, flip shot, no good. To follow Horn. Shot is up at the buzzer. Count the basket. 15-5 at the end of one. That's a good way to end a poor quarter for Grayson County. At the end of one, it's Hancock County 15, Grayson County 5. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
We start the second quarter. Grayson County trailing this one 15-5, but Dylan Horn gets the basket as they trail this one 15-5 at the start of the second quarter. Does Grayson County? Dylan Horn had the basket at the end of the quarter to at least try and get something, and Horn blocks Clay from behind, but is called for a foul on that block. Official was down there for Horn. That is his first and the team's third. So to the free throw line will be Darian Clay. He's only a 47.4% free throw shooter on this season. First one is up and good for Clay. Clay is an elite football player. He accounted for over 1,000 all-purpose yards and 13 touchdowns for the Hornet football team. He ranks 8th in the state in field goal percentage with that 70% mark. He misses that free throw, and Horn gets the rebound. 16-5, Hancock County on top of Grayson County. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. Over to the right wing, Sharp with the basketball, takes one dribble out in between the circles to McCready. McCready down to the right block to Horn. Horn spins to the far side, back to the near side, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Dylan Horn as he lowered his elbow. And for Horn, that'll be his second and the team's fourth. 7:31 to play here in this first half of play as River Blanton will check in presumably for Dylan Horn. It will be Horn. So on the floor for Grayson, you've got McCready, Blanton, Toms, Sharp, and Childress. Grayson County just needs something to go their way in this game. As you've had that shot at the end where Horn followed the miss by McCready. You got to put something together if you're Grayson. Ferry with the basketball on the left side. Down into the near side to Clay. Clay bodies up, splits defenders, goes up with a shot off the right side. It's good. Darian Clay. He's already got 7 points in this game, and it's 18-5. Hancock County, 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Childress over to the left wing. Sharp bobbles it, gains it back, and has to just give it right back to Childress. McCready has the ball on at the volleyball line and gives it right back to Childress. Childress dribbles in a little bit, back to McCready. McCready didn't move from that original spot. Near side, Sharp with the basketball. Ball fake to Childress. Childress inside to Toms. Toms dribbles it back outside. Childress with the basketball for Grayson. Trying to get something going on the inside, but have not had any success at all. McCready down the right side. Dribbling with the right hand, off into the near corner to Blanton. Blanton guarded by Clay. Blanton drives down near baseline, dumps the pass off to Horn, who walks with it on the inside. Hornbeck will check into the game for Grayson County. And checking out will be Hunter Toms. So you've got Hornbeck, Sharp, McCready, Blanton, and Childress on the floor, and I think this is Travis Johnston just trying to find any different lineup that he possibly can find that's going to get something going on offense and not turn the ball over. Ferry with the basketball. Inside now to Powers. Powers bodies up. Sharp shot is in, out, and in. Devin Powers has the basket. He now has 7 points, and it's 20-5. Hancock County, 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Childress down the right side, passes off to McCready. McCready ball fake, drives in. Right-hand shot is short. Rebounded by Ogold for Hancock County, and Grayson County is struggling from the field. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the second quarter. Down the near side, Ferry gets around the defender, near baseline, 10 feet, near side, good. Hancock County is making just about every single shot that they want, and Travis Johnston's going deep to the bench here as Dottie Cockrell will check in at the next stoppage of play, as will Chase Johnson. Sharp drives in off the right side. The basket's no good. Rebound on the floor is Powers for Hancock County, and Grayson County's has gone ice cold from the field. Ferry with the basketball, guarded by McCready. Hancock County is making just about any shot that they want. Inside to Powers. Powers on the cut, goes up with a shot, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Grayson County's River Blanton on the inside, as I think Blanton tried to sell that charge just a little bit before he should have, and for Blanton, that'll be his first And the team's fifth and to the free throw line will be Devin Powers. He's a 55.6% free throw shooter. He shoots over 50% from three, but not a good free throw shooter. Misses the first one. Those subs into the game for Grayson County. Dottie Cockrell checks in, as will Chase Johnson. Cockrell has only appeared in 2 games this season, has not scored, has 1 rebound. Chase Johnson averaging half a point a game and 1.8 rebounds. He's a good defender and a good rebounder, and when he's open, he'll knock down that 3. Second free throw is good there by Powers, and it is 23-5 Hancock County. 5:08 to play in the second quarter. This one not looking good for Grayson County early on. To the right elbow to Blanton. Blanton handoff pass to Johnson. Johnson gives it back here to Childress. So you've got Childress, Sharp, Blanton, Johnson, and Cockrell in the game. Childress, spin move in the lane, goes up with the right hand. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Blanton on the floor. Blanton's put back off the left side. That one's good. First basket of the second quarter for Grayson County, snapping nearly a 3.5-minute scoring drought. But it's still all Hancock County, 23-17 with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Right side, Ogle with the basketball. Gives it back now to Ferry. Ferry guarded by Cockrell. Ferry gets around. Cockrell drives in. Handoff pass to Ogle. Ogle takes one dribble off the right side. Shot's no good. Rebound on the floor. Powers, his putback no good. Rebound and knocked out of bounds. Saved in bounds by Hancock County. But his foot was on the baseline. So it's going to be Grayson County basketball. 4 minutes and 14 seconds to play in the second quarter. Head coach Travis Johnston looking at his index card that he keeps in his pocket with some more information. Sub into the game, Caleb Cowan checks in for Hancock County. He did not play against Ohio County on Tuesday. He's another guy that'll shoot the 3, 12.9%, or 12.9 points a game. He shoots 36.7% from 3. Outside Childress with the basketball. Again, the 5-out offense for Grayson County. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Inside to Blanton. The interior pass is knocked away. Cockrell saves it, and he tried to save it a second time as it bounced off the hands of Blanton, but his foot was on the baseline. 3 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the first half. All Hancock County in this one at 23-7. As breaking the timeline will be Evan Ferry. Down the near side, interior pass to Ogle. Ogle guarded by Johnson. Spins around inside the free throw line, takes the jumper. And Ryan Ogle makes that one look easy as he makes that basket. And it's a 18-point Hancock County lead with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the second quarter. Sharp gets a screen from Johnson. Had Johnson to give it back to him. Sharp, I don't think, saw him, though, clearly. Blanton drives down the left side, kicks it outside to Childress. 3, far side is no good long. Rebounded by Ogle for Hancock County. This one has not been good for Grayson to start off with. Ferry with the basketball, down the near side, near baseline, drives in with the right hand. His floater is way long. Sharp with the rebound, gives it off to Childress. Childress up the far side of the floor, back onto the left wing, backs things up, and he's going to set up the offense here for Grayson County. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first half. Grayson trails 25-7. Cockrell, 3, near side, no good, long. Rebounded by Childress, and he puts it up and in off the right side. Braden Childress has 4 points to lead the way for Grayson County. And he's been the only one that's given much offense to the Cougars in this one. 25-9, 2.5 to play in the second quarter. As it is driving down, knocked out from behind by Dottie Cockrell. He did a nice job poking that one out from behind as Ferry drove down the left lane, and Cockrell was right there to just punch it out. Stewart will check out of the game. Powers will check in for him for the Hornets. 25-9, 2:26 to play here in the second quarter. Hancock with the lead over Grayson. Left side, Ferry with the basketball, guarded by Cockrell. Jump pass inside to Ogle, guarded by Johnson on the left block. Ogle gets around, fades it away, near side, good. Ryan Ogle's got that fade away down pat. Not much Chase Johnson can do there on that beautiful move, and he finishes off the left side. 27-9 Hancock, all over Grayson early on in this game. Childress straight away. Now we'll back it up. Again, that 5-out look for Grayson. Now they're going to draw something up. Sharp off his hands, out of bounds. It's going to go back towards Hancock County basketball. One minute, 50 seconds to play in the second quarter. It is still all Hancock County in this. Darian Clay with the basketball, gives it back to Powers, who's guarded by Sharp. Powers to Ferry. Ferry picked up by Cockrell. Back to Clay straight away. Clay doesn't shoot a lot from the outside the arc, but he can make it when he's given the chance. Cowan gives it back now to Powers. Powers over to the right wing to Ferry. Ferry guarded by Cockrell. Cockrell speeding up the defense a little bit. Hancock obviously in no rush. They played themselves a good first half compared to Grayson's poor first half. Left hand, now back outside to Clay. Again, they're not getting it inside the lane until Clay does. Drives in, out of control, lays it in off the right side, count the basket. And he'll go to the free throw line after being fouled by Dottie Cockrell. That'll be his first. Team's sixth, and to the free throw line will be Darian Clay, where he's 1 of 2 from the line tonight. Free throw up, no good. Rebound by Cockrell. Almost Cowan got his hand on that, but Cockrell was there before he was able to gain full control of it. 29-9, Hancock County leads this one. 55 seconds to play in the first half. Right side, Blanton with the basketball, takes one dribble, finds Childress. Childress drives down 18 feet, near side jumper is no good. Rebound on the floor, long, is pulled down by Ferry in the far corner. And Mike Orr is going to hold, and I think they're going to hold for the last shot and try and hold Grayson County under in single digits in the first half. Darian Clay, it's a handoff pass to Powers, and I would almost guarantee that Hancock will not let Grayson get this basketball back if given the choice. Inside to the right elbow to Ferry, and he's going to dribble it back outside now. 20 seconds and counting to play in the first half. Guarded by Cockrell. Ferry gives it to Cowan. Cowan drives near baseline, goes up with a shot. It is good. Caleb Cowan gets the basket. 31-9, 8 seconds and counting to play. Grayson County needs something to go. Keegan Sharp slowing it down, 4 seconds. Sharp's got to drive it. Drives down the right side, picks up his dribble and walks with it. 1.2 seconds on the clock. Hancock County might get a shot off, they might not. Regardless, this is not going to be a good first half of play at all for the Cougars. They're going to pass it in, and Hancock won't even get a shot off. The end of one, 31-9, Hancock on top of Grayson. It's Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
That'll be a first half to forget for Grayson County as they trail this one 31-9 at the half to Hancock County. And I'm sure Travis Johnston is not happy with his team right now, and he probably has every reason to be. They're not making shots, but Hancock County's making every shot. They're getting out-rebounded. That's the thing. Hancock County only averaging 21.6 rebounds per game, and they're out-rebounding the Cougars in this one. This is something not what Grayson County wanted. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the scores from around the region and the scoring from this game, as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County trailing this one 31-9 here at the half. We'll try to run down a score or two from around the region. Again, the Lady Cougars were winners earlier tonight by a final score of 50-45. Big score going on in girls basketball between two of the top teams in the state. The Ryle Lady Raiders defeat Anderson County by a final score of 67-64. Again, E-Town girls defeating Franklin County by a final score of 64-51. And McLean County is playing at Whitesville Trinity tonight. I have not seen a score from that one coming in. Of course, Whitesville Trinity will be the Cougars' opponent in the 12th District Tournament when that happens on March the 16th in Whitesville. Lexington Catholic and boys basketball, the number one team in the state, escaping with a win over Dunbar by a final score of 69-67. Again, in boys basketball and 11th District basketball, Breck County in boys defeating Cloverport 61-15. And in girls basketball, the Lady Tigers defeated Cloverport by a final score of 61-6. So Lady Tigers are now 15-2 on the season. And in boys basketball, Butler County defeating Foundation Christian Academy by a final score of 79-38. Our score, Hancock County 31, Grayson County 9 here at the half. As we'll come back and jump into some more. Coming up, this is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Running down the scoring from this game for Hancock County, Darian Clay has 9 points, 8 points for Devin Powers, 6 each for Ryan Ogle and for Evan Ferry. 2 points for Caleb Cowan. For Grayson County, shooting 4 of 17 from the field. It was 4 for Braden Childress, 2 for River Blanton and Dylan Horn, and 1 for Chandler McCready. A first half lighted on fire. That was that. This is now. Second half is next. 31-9 Hancock on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The Twin Lakes Fast Mix, K105.
Grayson County going to start the half with a basketball. They trail 31-9 here. As I'm not sure that the second half can be worse than the first half. So right now, like I was talking with Don Brown here at half, is the first 2 minutes of this second half are going to be huge for Grayson. They need to come out and smack Hancock in the mouth, because Hancock smacked Grayson repeatedly in the mouth in the first half, and that's how they lead this one 31-9. Childress drives in, gets away with a little bit of a walk outside to Horn. Horn off the right side, can't get it to fall, and it's rebounded by Powers for Hancock, and that's not how you want to start it. But really, it's not just been the offense for Grayson. The defense has not been good on the other side either. As it's to left elbow here to Stewart. Stewart inside to Clay. Clay drives down, loses the ball on the floor. It'll be a jump ball, and it's going to be Hancock County basketball. 7:18 to play here in the third quarter. It is 31-9. Hancock all over Grayson. As to pass in is Powers. Again, he's a three-point specialist, so you got to watch for him to bump out of this out-of-bounds play to see what he might be able to do. As he gives it in to Ferry. And Ferry has the basketball, setting it up at the logo for the Hancock County Hornets. Gives it to Ogle. Ogle dribbles it off of his foot on the floor, fighting for it, and it looks like we're going to have another jump ball. This time it'll be Grayson County basketball. 31-9, 7:04 to play in the third quarter. Grayson County needs a basket in the absolute worst kind of way. There's no other way to put it. And I think right now you need to turn to Keegan Sharp. He was held scoreless in that first half. They need him to get going. It's that simple. When he starts hitting the three, this team offensively can turn into a really, really good team. Blanton with the basketball. Gives it over to the far corner, Horn. Horn far baseline. Double dribble is called. And it's going to go back here towards Hancock County ball. Grayson County really lethargic to start this second half as well. And when you need something to go your way, this is not what you want to keep things rolling. Ferry with the basketball. Over to the far side, it is Powers. Powers guarded by Sharp. Neither team has scored here in the second half. But Hancock still leads this one by 22 points. Stewart out front to Ogle. Ogle with the basketball. Handoff pass to Powers. Powers picked up by Sharp, gets a screen from Ogle. Sharp breaks it, outside Ogle, straightaway three is up and no good. Rebounded by Clay. Clay's reverse layup is no good. Rebound this time again by Clay, but he loses it out of bounds. That would have been a very athletic shot by Darian Clay as he got around the defenders and somehow got a reverse layup up, but missed it. Got the layup back, but ended up losing it out of bounds. Grayson County 31-9. They trail this one. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cougars 4 of 17 from the field in the first half. Straightaway three by Childress is way off to the right. Rebounded by Hancock County. Ferry pushing down the near side with the basketball. Angling it back towards the middle. It's a handoff pass to Ogle. Ogle will give it back to Ferry. Ferry, guarded by Childress, drives down the left side, goes up with a shot, and a bump foul is going to be called on Grayson County. It's going to stay on the floor, though. That foul's called on Childress. That is his second and the team's first of the second half. They're going to give him a shooting foul. So I thought that one was going to be called on the floor. Evan Ferry will be to the line. He leads the team 75.8% from the free throw line on this season, and the first one is up and in and out. Second free throw by Ferry. This would be to make it a 23-point game, and it is good. It rattles in. 32-9. Hancock County leads Grayson County. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. As it is Sharp with the basketball. Gives it to Blanton. Blanton back out front now to Toms. Toms over to the right wing. Sharp thought about the three, drives in, goes up with a shot, and he's fouled and bumped by Hancock County on the drive. As it's called on Darian Clay. That is his second, the team's first. To the free throw line will be Keegan Sharp. He's their best free throw shooter. He's 84.4% from the line this season. The first one is up and no good off the front of the iron. And if that's not the picture of how this game is gone, that would be just it. Keegan's second free throw is good. Grayson County is in double figures now. 32-10. They still trail this one. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Into the middle to Ogle. Ogle over to the far side to Powers. Powers down to the baseline to Stewart. Stewart turns it around. Air ball rebounded by Clay. His putback's no good, but he's fouled by Grayson County. He hits the deck hard. A little slow to get up. Hopefully Darian Clay is okay, as that foul's called on Grayson County. I'm not sure who they ended up calling that on. So it'll be Clay to the line to shoot two. Again, 47.4% from the line. First one is up and good. Clay now moves into double figures with that made free throw. And the second free throw is in, out, and in for Darian Clay. He has 11 points. Hancock County's lead is now 24 at 34-10. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. This is danger time for Grayson County. You can't let this lead get much bigger, especially with time running out. Tom's off the right side, gets the layup to fall, and he'll go to the free throw line after being fouled. Foul called on Hancock County's 33, Ryan Ogle. That'll be his second and the team's second. And Hunter Toms will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one, and that can be one of those things that can spark an offense and just get it rolling. Toms' free throw is no good, rebounded by Ogle for Hancock County. Now you need to turn in some of this energy, as Grayson's now going to come out in a little bit of full court press, and I like it. Hand on it, stolen away by Sharp. Sharp 2-on-1, down to Toms, off the right, Horn off the right side, lays it in. Quickly, a timeout by Hancock County after Grayson goes on a quick 4-0 run, but the Cougars still trail by 20, 34-14, 4:45 to play in the third. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
34-14, Hancock County leads this one. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the third quarter, but to show what kind of night this has been, the Grayson County just had their best offensive spurt of the night, and it was only a 4-0 run. But you know what? A 4-0 run can start something more. And I think that's what Hancock County's head coach Mike Orr, why he took that timeout, is there's just no point in allowing that to turn into any more, as Grayson County's defense, and now throwing it away. Cougars basketball. As they tried to get it into Darian Clay, but it was off his hands, and Grayson's going to get the basketball back. And again, defense leads to offense. You've heard that a lot even from football coaches, that good defense can lead to even better offense. Left elbow, Blanton with the basketball. Spin move down the far side, fades it away. Shot is short, rebound on the floor is ripped down by Horn. Horn throws it outside to Sharp. Sharp, 10 feet, right side. It is in, out, and out. Rebounded by Clay on the inside, and a foul is going to be called, as that should be a jump ball. And now a player is thrown down, and a technical is going to be called on Ryan Ogle. As Dylan Horn was thrown down by Ogle, and a technical foul is going to be called on Ryan Ogle. And so free throws will come. So it is a technical foul called on Ryan Ogle. That is his third foul, first technical. Mike Orr didn't seem to agree with the call, so he's talking now with the officials. As there was also a foul on Grayson County on the inside. Not sure who that was called on. So they're going to have to talk this one over here. So Grayson County's going to get free throws, presuming it'll be Keegan Sharp to take them. And it will be Grayson County basketball. Now they're going to talk this over as it will be Keegan Sharp to the line to shoot these 2 technical free throws. And again, technicals can lead to momentum in this game. Sharp to the line, makes the first one. Again, I mean, it sounds simple as Sharp makes both free throws there. You just got to take every little thing that you can get if you're Grayson County. I mean, it sounds funny, but an 18-point deficit is a whole lot better than a 20-point deficit. And that's what you're looking at right here. 16 is better than 18. You just need to take it little by little. There is still 12 minutes left in this game as there's 4:10 to play in the third quarter. Blanton throws it away. Horn runs it back down. Outside, back to Blanton. Grayson County's going to try and set up this offense. Again, trying to set something up. At the volleyball line is Sharp with the basketball. Getting a screen off to the near side, Childress. Out front to Blanton. Blanton gives it back to Childress on the left side. Getting a screen from Blanton is Childress. And Childress is going to back things up and set it up for the Grayson County offense. Childress drives down left side, spin move, throws it out front to Blanton. Blanton thinks about the 3, drives down, splits defenders, goes up with a shot. It's no good off to the right. Rebounded by Hancock County. It's a handoff pass to Powers. Powers gives it back here to the middle to Ferry. 34-16, Hancock leading Grayson. Grayson County trying to make this one at least somewhat interesting in this. Clay drives down near baseline, spin move, fades it away, shot's no good. There for the rebound is Powers. Powers throws it out, 3, far side Ogle, no good. Rebounded by Horn, and he's fouled by Darian Clay on the inside for Clay. That'll be his 3rd. And the team's, I think that'll be the team's 4th here of this half. It is the team's 4th. 34-16, Hornbeck will check into the game for Grayson County, in for Toms. 34-16. Again, this is just one of these things where you just got to get closer and closer. There's still a ton of time left in this game. Sharp with the basketball to the right side to Horn. Horn over to the far side to Hornbeck. Hornbeck inside at a kickball as Hornbeck tried to get the interior pass inside to Blanton, but it was kicked by Ogle on the inside. So Grayson going to pass this one in from underneath their own basket with 3:01 to play in the third quarter. Sharp passes into McCready, who's into the game for Grayson County. Out front, Horn. Off to Sharp. Sharp catch and shoot. 3 straight away. It is good. Keegan Sharp hits the 3, his first of the game. And Grayson County, again, has brought this game down to within 15 now. 34-19. 2 minutes, 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. And the Cougar faithful rising to their feet. And Dylan Horn kicks that one as the defense is leading to offense for Grayson County. And now the thing is, if Keegan Sharp can start to hit the 3, you can maybe make something interesting in this. Good defense. Sharp gets his hand on the ball, takes it away down the right side. Sharp fouled, and his shot is no good, but Sharp immediately helped up. He's going to go to the free throw line to try and convert on 2 free throws after being fouled hard by Evan Ferry. The defense for Grayson County is leading to offense. Sharp to the line to shoot 2. And the first one rattles home. Keegan Sharp, the one thing about him, he's a good free throw shooter, and he waits no time when he gets the basketball. You will see some players, as he makes that second one as well, dribble it 3 or 4 times. I don't think Keegan has ever taken a dribble on a free throw this season. He catches it and he shoots it, doesn't think about it. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. A whistle is blown and clock doesn't start, says the official. And Grayson County's Travis Johnston is a little upset because his defense was getting ready to set something up. So the player for Hancock is going to set things up, but again, this zone pressure defense is giving Hancock fits a little bit. 34-21, Blanton with a steal. Fast break down the right side. Blanton lays it in. 11-point game. Grayson County has brought it back with it. 34-23, the Cougars have come out firing in this third quarter of play. Timeout on the floor taken by Hancock County. It's going to be a full timeout. Perfect for Grayson County, as Don Brown says, what was it? 13-0 run for Grayson County, says the illustrious sports writer Don Brown, and that brings it 34-23 for Grayson County. Like we said, one of these games you just have to chip away. You're not going. There's no such thing as a 20-point shot. If they did, you'd take it every time. But it's kind of one of those things that you just got to get a little bit, And look what they've done. You were down by, 24 or something in this game, and you came back and were able now to bring it to within 11. You still see 11 points is still a heck of a deficit. I think right now your goal here with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the third is you've got two things. First, you don't want Hancock County to go on one of those little 5-0 runs. Bring it out to 16. But I think if you're Grayson County, bring it to within single digits. You do that, and anything can happen in the fourth quarter, especially if Keegan Sharp and River Blanton start hitting their shots. Out of the timeout again, Grayson, their full court defense has been great in this game. 2:18 and counting to play in the third. It's 34-23. In the backcourt, it is Powers with the basketball. Grayson bodying him up with a double team. Powers loses the ball, and that's 10 seconds. Grayson County's defense, again, forcing Hancock County issues. Perfect defense, and Mike Orr is upset on the inside here as the head coach of Hancock County. Now you need a basket if you're Grayson. Take advantage of the good defense that you had. Horn with the basketball straight away. Finds McCready on the right side. McCready drives down the right lane, goes up, absorbs contact. The shot's no good, but McCready is fouled on the drive, I believe, by Caleb Cowan. It is called on Cowan. That is his first and the team's sixth of this second half of play. McCready will go to the free throw line. He is 1 of 2 tonight. He's only got 1 point. You can now make that 2 points as he makes the first free throw, and it's a 10-point game. This full court press for Grayson County has been great in slowing down Hancock. Second free throw, good by McCready as well. 34-25, Grayson has brought it to within 9. It's a single-digit game with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. In the backcourt, Powers, and a foul is going to be called on Dylan Horn, and for Horn, that'll be his third and the team's third of this second half of play. And immediately sub into the game. Toms will check into the game for Horn. 1:59 to play in the third quarter. It is 34-25. Hancock County leads. Grayson County trying to fight back in this one. In the backcourt, Ferry picks up his dribble to Powers. Powers over to the far side. Stewart breaks the timeline. Bobbling, stealing away by Grayson County. McCready, fast break, and a hard foul by Powers on the drive, and free throws will come for Grayson County, as that'll be one in the bonus now coming, as it'll be Chandler McCready to the free throw line after the hard foul by Powers. For Powers, that is his second and the team's 7th. McCready to the line. He's made his last 3 free throws and make that his last 4 as he makes that one. And he's now going to get his second one. This would be to make it a 7-point game. 34-26. Hancock County went on a 15-0 run of their own. Grayson County is now, I believe, on a 16-0 run. And the second free throw is no good. Almost. Tom's got the rebound, but Cowan ends up coming down with it. Hancock County pressuring, and they're going to break the timeline. It's one of the first times they've had the ball, picking the ball up and throwing it away. Ferry crosses the half-court line and immediately throws it away as he was trying to find his man on the right block, but instead threw it towards the Hancock County cheerleaders underneath. 34-26. It's a 6-point game. 1 minute and 36 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Sharp with the basketball straight away. Over to the right wing. It's a handoff pass to Blanton. Blanton out front to McCready. McCready bobbles it. He drives down the right side, goes up. He's fouled. No whistle. Free throw or layup's no good. Toms with a rebound outside to Blanton. Blanton drives in 18 feet left side. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound by Toms for Grayson County. Toms outside to Sharp. Sharp 3 right wing. Good! 3-point game. Grayson County. Keegan Sharp hits the 3. Sorry, it's a 5-point game. 34-29. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Grayson County has brought this one to within a ball game. Ferry breaks the timeline, picks up his dribble on the right side, continuing it to move with the left hand. Travis Johnston moving out his defense. 45 seconds and counting to play in the third quarter. Grayson County is on a heck of a run right now. I believe, 18-0? As it's something along the lines of that, as on what the run is for Grayson County. As it is a 19-0 run for the Cougars. Near side, Stewart with the basketball. Hornbeck, nice defense, and they're going to call a foul on Nolan Hornbeck. And Travis Johnston doesn't like that call at all, as Trevino Kelly, the official, says that Hornbeck hit him in the face. For Hornbeck, that's only his first, team's 4th, or team's 5th. So really, that's much ado about nothing. 28.8 seconds on the clock. It's 34-24 Hancock County. Cougars on a 19-0 run. And timeout taken here by Powers on the inside as he was waiting and almost had the 5-second, and he's sowing some frustration. And you're looking at this. What you saw from Grayson County in the first half is what you're seeing from Hancock County in this half. Hancock County, hands on the hips, yelling at one another, some frustration being shown, while Grayson County cheering up and down and excited on their sideline. They've pretty much done complete flips from what the first half was. In Grayson County, you're down by 5. As I said just a few minutes ago, you wanted to get it to within single digits, but now I think you want to try and get a stop, see if you can't get another possession, and heck, let's try and make this a one-possession game as you start the fourth quarter. You have got all the momentum in the world in this one right now, all of it. Now the question is what can you turn it into? As it will be Powers to pass in. As he gets it into Ogle. Ogle out front to Ferry. Last thing you need is Hancock to hit a 3, and a foul's called underneath on Hornbeck, as Stewart might have sold that a little bit. For Hornbeck, that is his second of the team's 6. So both teams are shooting free throws the remainder of this game. 25 seconds is on the clock here in the third quarter. Powers has got to get it in. Scans once, scans twice. Stewart left all alone here in the corner. Guarded by Hornbeck. Nice defense by the freshman. Outside to Ferry with 20 seconds. I'm presuming Hancock is going to hold for the final shot. They don't want Grayson County to get this lead any closer, especially since they have the momentum. Stolen away by Blanton. Blanton down the right side, lays it in. It's a 3-point game. Blanton got his hand in the passing lane. 4 seconds and counting to play in the third. Ogle picks up his dribble in the backcourt to Ferry. They're not going to get a shot off. Grayson County is on a 21-0 run, and they brought this game to within 3 at the end of the third quarter. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hancock County does not score from the field in the third quarter. Grayson County finishes the quarter on a 21-0 run, and it is 34-31 at the start of the fourth quarter. This has been a great game. The Cougars have fought back in this and made this a basketball game, and it's been the defense that has led this to it. And I think if you're Travis Johnson, you have to be happy. Darian Clay went over and back, and they don't call it out of the inbounds. Cowan, a reach-in foul is going to be called on Toms on the inside. So Toms will be picking up the foul. That is only his first, team 7th. So Caleb Cowan will go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 1 in the bonus. On the season, he is a 69.2% free throw shooter. Again, he will shoot 1 and 1. Grayson County trails by 3. Cowan's free throw is good. That ends a 21-0 run for Grayson County. Second free throw by Cowan is no good off the back of the iron. Toms with a rebound, and they're going to call a walk on the inside as he falls down with it. Travis Johnston wanted a foul on the inside on Toms, but he ends up falling down to his backside. And it's going to be Hancock County basketball. 35-31, Hornets on top, 7:50 to play in tonight's game. Ferry on the left elbow, outside Ogle, 3 straight away, good. That one stops the bleeding for Hancock County, and they've expanded the lead back to 7 at 38-31. 7.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Again, Grayson County setting up the 5-out offense. McCready drives down the right side, picks it up at the free throw line. Over to Horn. Horn far baseline, outside to Sharp. Sharp straight away to McCready. McCready going to set up the offense here for the Cougars. McCready out front to Sharp. Sharp thought about the 3, drives, spins, outside McCready. 7:15 to play in the fourth quarter. McCready drives down, flip shot off the right side, no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line after being fouled by Hancock County on the inside. And that foul's called on Darian Clay. That is his 4th. Team's 8th. So Clay's going to check out of the game with those 4 fouls. No, that's his 5th, I believe. Maybe not. No, I don't know. Clay's staying in the game. McCready to the line. He's going to shoot 2, and he makes the first one. As Stewart will check into the game for Clay. Clay's taking a seat with those 4 fouls. We don't have a PA announcer tonight, so it's a little hard to keep track of fouls that I might have missed. Second free throw by McCready to try and make it a 5-point game is long, too much. Rebounded by Ogle. Bobbles it, gains it back though. 38-32. Hancock County leads Grayson County. 7 minutes to play in tonight's game. Ferry picks up his dribble. Powers breaks the timeline right across the far side. 3 by Cowan is up and no good. Rebound is going to be a jump ball on Stewart as he goes over the top of Keegan Sharp. And for Stewart, that'll be his first. And the team's 9th, and Keegan Sharp will go to the free throw line. And Mike Orr didn't seem to agree with that, but from our vantage point, it looked like Stewart gave Keegan Sharp ever so slight of a push in the back. Sharp to the line. He missed his first free throw tonight, but has made his last 5. First free throw to try and get the second is good. So that was the team's 9th. So Grayson County, after this free throw, will shoot 2 for the remainder of the game. Second free throw by Sharp. Money. Hits it. 38-34. Grayson County trails this one. 7 minutes to play in tonight's game. They're able to set up this full court press, which has given Hancock County fits. Powers in the backcourt has it stripped away, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Grayson County. And that'll be called on Dylan Horn. That'll be his 4th and the team's 8th. And free throws are going to come for Hancock County. Travis Johnston did not like that call one bit. Powers to the line where he is not a great free throw shooter. Only 55.6% as Horn's going to check out with those 4 fouls. Childress will check in for him. Powers will shoot 1 and the bonus. Free throw coming is up and no good. Off the back of the iron, McCready with a rebound for Grayson County. McCready pushes over to the far side and he puts up the stop sign. And Grayson County's going to set up the offense. They trail 38-34, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. The Cougars have trailed by as much as 24 in this game. They close the 3rd quarter on a 21-0 run. Interior, Blanton has it on the right side. Blanton drives down the right side, splits defenders, absorbs contact inside the free throw line. Shot's no good. Toms with a rebound. His first shot's no good. Gets the rebound back, puts it up, kept the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line. Toms got that rebound back and immediately went back up with it, and he'll go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one. As a free throw foul is called on Hancock County, and I missed who that foul is going to be called on. But it will be Hunter Toms to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one and make it to be a 1-point game. The shot is up, good. Hunter Toms makes this a 1-point game, 38-37. 6 minutes and 22 seconds to play in tonight's game. Grayson County has fought back to make this a basketball game. Again, the full court press. Powers over to the far side. Stewart to Ferry, who breaks the timeline. Ferry down, jumps a pass to Cowan, who finishes off the right side. That answers. It's a 3-point game, 40-37. 6 minutes to play in tonight's game here from Hallsville, Kentucky. As this is WKHG Litchfield. Childress on the near side. Back towards the middle with a handoff pass to McCready. McCready drives down the left side at the free throw line. Spin move to the left side. Turns it around. Count the basket. Chandler McCready with a nice basket at the free throw line. And back and forth these two teams go. It's 40-39. Ferry picks up his dribble at the half-court line. Gets it to Cowan. Cowan to Ogle straight away. Over to the left wing. Powers. 3 to answer. Good. Powers shoots over 50% from 3. And they left him alone, and he made him pay. 43-39. Hancock County on top. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Sharp drives in, picks it up to the free throw line to Toms. To the near side to Childress. Back out to the left wing. River Blanton 3. Good! Rattles in for River Blanton. 1-point game. 43-42. 5:08 to play in the 4th quarter. Picking up his dribble in the backcourt, walking with it. Grayson County basketball. Powers picks up his dribble, took an extra step, and the Cougars have the basketball back. With 5:05 to play, it is 43-42. Chandler McCready will pass this in from in front of the Grayson County bench. Childress to set up, off to the left wing, Sharp. Thought about the three, drives in, inside to Toms, off the right side. The basket's good. He'll go to the free throw line. Grayson County has the lead. The Cougars trailed by as much as 24 in the second half, and they have now taken what is their first lead since they led 2-0. Hunter Toms to try and convert on another and one. It is no good, short. Rebound on the floor is a jump ball as both McCready and Ogle went for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession will go towards Grayson County, so they're going to keep the basketball. That's a heck of a play by Chandler McCready. That's the one thing with Chandler McCready, and we've talked with Coach Johnston about it. I don't think he knows how to not play hard. He will go for any loose ball there is because I think he's kind of like me. He hates losing more than he likes winning. So Grayson County leads 44-43, 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the game. Right side, Childress with the basketball, outside to Blanton. Blanton picks it up, off to the left wing to Toms. Toms inside to McCready, lays it up off the right side. It's too far off to the right, but McCready is fouled by Hancock County as it's called on number 12, Ethan Stewart. It's his second, and 2 free throws will come for Chandler McCready. As the free throw here will come for McCready, it is short. McCready's second one. He's been hit or miss from the free throw line tonight, but he's been big in this comeback for Grayson. Second free throw good by McCready. We have a timeout on the floor taken by Grayson County. It's 45-43, Cougs on top. 4:38 to play. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Grayson County has the lead here, 45-43. With 4 minutes and 38 seconds to play in tonight's game, the Cougars have trailed by as many as 24 in this game and have able to come back and take the lead. This has just been 2 really good games here tonight. No matter what happens here tonight, we have had 2 excellent basketball games. The Lady Cougars won game 1 by 5, and Grayson County has come back to make this a basketball game in game 2. As it is 45-43, Grayson County on top. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining, as that was Grayson County that took the full. 4:38 on the clock. The possession era does belong to Hancock County. Grayson County's full court press. Hancock County's not had an answer for it tonight. In the backcourt, trapped again is Ferry. He gives it off to Ogle, who breaks it to Stewart. Stewart to Cowan in the near side, back to Stewart on the right side. Basket's good, tie game. Ethan Stewart ties us up at 45. 4:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Grayson County and Hancock all knotted up. As Sharp with the basketball straight away. To the left elbow to Toms. Toms outside to Blanton. 3, right wing is short. It's an air ball. Rebounded by Stewart for Hancock. And 4 minutes to play in tonight's game. We're all tied up at 45. In the backcourt, Ferry, he has it stripped away at first. In the backcourt, it's run down though by Stewart. And they're going to call a foul on Blanton. And that's a good call by the official. And that's what I like to label as a hustle foul. As Blanton was going for the loose ball, and it's just Stewart got there just a second too fast. And Blanton ended up taking him out as both players were going for the ball, and I think Travis Johnson, when he goes back and watches that, has to be happy. If there's ever such thing as a good foul, that's probably it. To the free throw line will be Ethan Stewart, as they're going to clean up some of the sweat that's on the floor. Travis Johnston out there working, as it'll be Ethan Stewart to the line. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line this season. The 6'1", 157-pound senior guard takes 3 dribbles, spins it in his hand. He's going to shoot 1 in the bonus, and he misses the first one. Big miss, Grayson County basketball. 45 all, 3 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Braden Childress to the left side to Blanton. Blanton a handoff pass to Sharp. Sharp into the middle, drives down right side, floater with the right hand. Good! Keegan Sharp gives Grayson County the lead back, 47-45, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Ogle with the basketball in the backcourt. They got to break the timeline, and they do. Over to the far side, 3 by Powers, catch and shoot, short. Rebound long, pulled down by Ogle for Hancock. Out front to Ferry. Ferry, floater inside the free throw line to answer is good. Evan Ferry's got 9 points, and it's 47-0, 3:07 to play in the fourth quarter between Grayson County and Hancock County. 5-out offense for Grayson as it's Childress running the point. Handoff pass to Sharp. Sharp outside to Toms. Toms swings it out front to Childress. Childress off to Sharp. Sharp thought about the 3, thought about it a second time, and instead gives it in between the circles to McCready. McCready drives down the right side, splits defenders, flip shot, good! Chandler McCready takes it right to the hole and lays it in. Grayson County retakes the lead, 49-47. 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Evan Ferry with the basketball for the Hornets. We're going to have some subs coming into the game for Hancock at the next stoppage of play. As it is Powers guarded by McCready. Powers drives down, goes down and gets around Toms and lays it in off the right side. Back and forth these two teams are going. 49-0, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in tonight's game. McCready breaks the timeline straight away. Travis Johnston delivers the play call to his team, and he wants to give the ball to sophomore Braden Childress to set things up. They're doing a little bit of movement. Off to the right wing to Toms, outside to Blanton. Blanton inside to McCready. McCready takes one dribble, goes up off the left side, can't get the bank to fall. Long rebound by Childress for Grayson County. Childress drives in, free throw line, pass to Toms off the left side, lays it in at the rim. Hunter Toms, he's got 7 points in the quarter, up to 9 for the game. Grayson County back with a lead, 51-49. Minute 35 and counting to play in tonight's game. Ferry out front to Ogle, guarded by Toms. Over to the right wing, Ferry drives down, gets around Sharp off the right side, gets the basket. And again, back and forth these two teams are going. It's like watching a game of Pong. Back and forth these two teams go. 1:15 and counting to play in tonight's game. Childress drives down, spin move at the free throw line. Outside to Blanton, 3, right wing, good! River Blanton hits a 3 from the far side. He's got 2 in the quarter, Grayson County. 54-51. 1 minute to play in tonight's game. Spinning around is Ogle. Off to the right side, Stewart. Stewart swings it out front to Powers. Powers thought about the 3, drives down, layup off the left side's good, and he's fouled by Grayson County. Devin Powers will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one as Hunter Toms picks up the foul. That is his second, team's 10th. So Powers will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one, and that would tie our game up at 54. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. The possession arrow is in favor of Hancock County. Both teams are in the double bonus. And Grayson County has come back from a 24-point deficit early in the second half to come back and make this. Powers makes the free throw. We have a timeout on the floor taken by Hancock County. We'll take it with him. Come back and wrap it up, or come back and have the end of the game after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
50.2 seconds on the clock. Grayson County and Hancock County all tied up at 54. Grayson County will have the basketball underneath of the Hancock basket. The Cougars have trailed by as many as 24 in this game and have come back, and we're going to have ourselves a heck of an ending tonight. Braden Childress with the basketball. 5-out offense for Grayson. Childress gets around the defender off to the near side to Blanton with 38 seconds. Blanton to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, loses it. It's stripped away and stolen by Ferry. Ferry, fast break, is fouled by Sharp. And Evan Ferry will go to the free throw line after being fouled by Keegan Sharp. That is his first. Ferry will shoot 2 on the season. He leads the team 75.8% from the free throw line. 2 free throws will come for the junior guard, Evan Ferry. The first one is up, and it is good. It rattles in. That gives Hancock County the lead back at 55-54 with 32.2 seconds to play in tonight's game. Second free throw is up, and no good off the back of the iron, and the rebound is taken by Hancock County. They get the rebound as it bounces off of River Blanton's shoulders. And with 25 seconds left, Grayson County's got to think about fouling. Powers has the basketball, and he was the one that they wanted to foul. As Powers has it, and they give it off to Ogle, and they got a foul with 17.3 seconds on the clock. And they should have fouled Powers, who's a 50% free throw shooter. Instead, they foul Ferry, who's a 76% free throw shooter, although Ferry did just miss the last one. So 2 free throws will come. Hancock County leads by 1, 17.3 seconds on the clock. Ferry's first free throw is good. It rattles in. That makes it a 2-point game. Substitution into the game. It'll be Stewart in for Cowan for Hancock County. Evan Ferry to the line. He's got 13 points in this game. He's going to try and make it 14 and make it a 3-point game. Shot is up, it's short, and the rebound on the floor is ripped down by Hunter Toms for Grayson County. Grayson County pushing with 13 seconds. It's McCready with the basketball. Off to Toms, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Travis Johnston. 10.2 seconds on the clock. Grayson County trails 56-52, and the Cougars will take their second to last timeout. I believe they did take a full. Dylan Horn will check into the game for Grayson County. And now the question is, do you go for the tie or do you go for the kill? I've always been told that when you're on the road, you always go for the kill and you go for the win. You're down by 2, but do you want to play for overtime? You have the momentum in this game. You have come back from a 24-point deficit. It is decision time for sure for Grayson County. This, regardless of the outlook, has been an unbelievable basketball game here tonight. There's no other way to put it. So Grayson County on the floor, it looks like we're going to have Horn, Toms, Blanton, Sharp, and McCready for Grayson County, as the Hancock County defense is out there right now. As the Cougars come out of this timeout, again 10.2 on the clock, as it'll be Horn to pass in. 56-54. They give it into the backcourt to Sharp. Sharp drives down the right side. It's a handoff pass to McCready. McCready drives into the middle, off to Horn. 4 seconds and counting. They got to get a shot off. McCready gives it off to Sharp. Fade away at the buzzer, and a foul is called. No, they waved the clock off. I thought he called a foul, but that will do it. Grayson County doesn't get a shot off, and the 24-point comeback falls just short. Hancock County wins tonight by a final score of 56-54. This is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road.
The Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 56-54. They were down by 24 points early on in the third quarter. Came back, took the lead, and had a chance to win at the buzzer, but really didn't get a chance off. And we were going back and watching our replay, and the official blew his whistle for a foul. It was with either 0.1 or 0 on the clock. It is really close, and if we would have replay, it would be one of those that they would have to look at over and over and over and over again to see what it would be, because it was super close. This is a tough one tonight for Grayson County. They fall to 9-6 on the season. A comeback for the ages falls just short tonight. Again, the final score 56-54 against Hancock County. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we're going to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston. We will run down some scores from around the region and the scores from this game. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 56-54 against Hancock County. The head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnson, is making his way up to us right now, and we get a chance to talk with him and get his thoughts on the matchup and what has to be a tough locker room, probably a heartbroken locker room for Grayson tonight as they come back. They were down 24 points early on in the third quarter, took the lead, and just wasn't enough to come back and win this game in the end. As I'm joined now by the coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. And Coach, you got to be proud that your team came back from 24 points, and, I mean, it looked ugly at the half there, and I know that you didn't get the win, but your team probably has to feel pretty heartbroken in there.
Yeah, and quite honestly, they should be. We can't keep digging ourselves holes. I mean, we're digging ourselves a hole every single game on the road, and you can do all kinds of stuff and to come back and fight back, but you could see it as we were gassed. And when you're down 22 points and you have to fight to come all the way back and you end up taking the lead, you're going to be gassed. And excuse me, I could have used another timeout here or there or something, and then we come out and we call a timeout and we don't run the last play right. And we don't do the things that we are supposed to do to win games on the road. And if you dig yourself 22-point hole, you're not going to beat a good team like that shoots it that well.
Your defense, as I always say, I think it's even Coach Jones that would always talk during football season, as he says sometimes the best offense is good defense, is what he says. And at least that's a football term, but really at the same time that can kind of turn into basketball as well. And you really saw that in the second half, is that when you kicked into that full court press, it was leading to fast breaks and everything, and the defense was leading the offense.
And I thought our 1-2-2 trap was really, really good. We have to have that kind of intensity in man-to-man. And our man-to-man to start with in the first half, it was guys were late to closeouts. We were supposed to be trailing on 24, and we were late to trail on him, and we weren't hedging, and we were just playing so soft and passive and scared that – and then when we do a 2-2-1 press and they know we got to come back, that's when they start reading passes, getting steals, playing with their body, active with their hands. And if they would just do that in man-to-man, as long as we are, our man-to-man would be really hard to go against. But and even to start the second half, our man-to-man was awful. They got a layup every single time they wanted to, and number 4 probably ended up with 20 points for them, and credit to them, they really took it to us. But our man-to-man has to get a whole heck of a lot better if we want to win some more games and win the district.
You mentioned that the intensity that you saw in your defense when you were playing that zone. Is this one of those games that your team can realize, oh, wow, if we play like this, we can really dominate a team? Do you think that this is something that they can kind of learn from and see that playing this way leads to good things, or do you think this team even thinks that way?
Yeah, I think so. It should. If it doesn't, then maybe that's our job to make sure they understand that and do it. But even at the start of the game, when of course we didn't make very many baskets in the first half, but we were supposed to be in our full court man-to-man press, and not once did we get into it, whether it was a dead ball or loose ball or we actually did make a basket. Our full court man-to-man started at the volleyball line, and that's not what we're asking them to do. And I don't know. Our defense has just got to get a lot better, and I don't know what it is, if we're not focused or if we're not thinking or whatever it is, but we've got to do something different to get our guys ready to play on the road, because right now it's pretty bad.
It was 31-9 at the end of the first half, and it seemed like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and everything that could have gone right for Hancock in a way went right. What does it say to you, though, as a coach, that your team didn't say, well, screw this, we're down 18 or whatever that is. It might even be more than that. You were down 24 and say, well, let's just get beat by 35, and we got Muhlenberg coming up on Saturday. What's it say to you as a coach, though, that they came back and made this a ball game?
Well, it says to me that we have it in us, and I hope it says to them that they should know they have it in them, but you can't wait until we can't 1-2-2 every team. We can't 1-2-2 Muhlenberg Saturday, or they're going to torch it. So we have to make sure that we have that energy and intensity, and because it was great in the second half. We were all active, and even there at the end, other than I'm pretty ticked off we ran the last play wrong after I called a timeout. But, even at the end, when we went back to our man-to-man defense, it was pretty good because we were taking that energy from the 1-2-2 and bringing it over. But we just have to start better, and we did not have a very good start at all from anybody. And River and Keegan, were left out there basically for scoring purposes, but they didn't do much in the first half either. So we, as collectively as a group, have to start focusing more before games and understanding if we play like this, we can be pretty daggone good and beat good teams, but it can't just be whenever I call out 6.
One of my favorite words when it comes to sports is opportunity. And on Saturday, you have an opportunity to beat a darn good team who, Muhlenberg County, their one loss, Hopkinsville, I think by 6 I think. Yeah, 56-50 or something like that. I think they were supposed to play Bowling Green that night, but instead picked up playing Hopkinsville. So I don't know how late that was. That can be into part of it. I know they just beat Owensboro 10 days ago or something along the lines of that. What do you want to see from your team to take this second half and turn it into 2 halves on Saturday? Potential to pick up a really good win.
Just focus and energy, just focusing from the very start and understanding our plan and trying to execute it and do it. And it seems like it's the same thing. I said the same thing on Tuesday. I said the same thing when we played Butler County at Butler. Said the same thing at Bullitt East. What's our other road laws? I can't think of what it is off the top of my head right now. LaRue is the same thing. We dig ourselves a hole, and I don't know what it is, but they're going to have to take a look at themselves as a group and say, all right, we got to help each other. What can we do to make sure we're ready? Whether it's reading the scouting report, whether it's not talking on this, whether it's making sure we are watching the JV game if there is one, or whatever it is, they have to. Because we can't, as a coaching staff, hold their hand and say, hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? They're going to have to do a little bit for themselves. And I know this loss hurt them, especially how hard they fought to get back in it. So, maybe it'll be a wake-up call for them.
Well, Coach, as I told Coach Hill, it's kind of crazy that we're already, 2 weeks into the regular season's over, but we look forward to the next 2 weeks, and Whitesville comes up before you know it.
Yep.
We'll have more here coming up after this.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Lady Cougars win Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight by a final score of 50-45, but the Cougar boys fall in Game 2 by a final score of 56-54. Ran out some scores from around the region. Let's see, I got a score here. Edmonson County boys playing Logan County. And Logan County winners by a final score of 59-45. And girls basketball, Apollo defeating Union County by a final score of 49-36. Let's see what other score. I know the Edmonson County Lady Cats lost against Logan County earlier tonight. Butler County boys beat Foundation Christian Academy earlier tonight as well. Breckenridge County, they swept Cloverport on, I think that game was in Hornet tonight. They swept them, and really other than that, that's all of the scores that we have to bring you. Here's one more girls basketball final. Davis County all over University Heights in girls basketball, 65-17. Cougars fall. Lady Cougars win. We'll come back, wrap it all up after this. This is Cougar basketball and Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Doubleheader split tonight for the Lady Cougars and the Cougars at Hancock County, as we'll run down the scoring from both games. First for the Lady Cougars, as the Lady Cougars were led by Ella Robinson. She had 20 points. Rachel Snyder had 16 in the Lady Cougars win, and I just realized I didn't count up the boys' scoring as I was sitting here, so we'll have to count this up as I'm doing it on air. And let's see if I can do math at 9:30 on a Thursday evening, as there's no guarantees for anything as we get along this late at night. As Keegan Sharp finishes with, I believe, 15 points, if I can do math right. Braden Childress, he finishes with 4. Chandler McCready finishes with 10 points. Dylan Horn finishes with 4 points. River Blanson, he adds 12 points. And Hunter Toms finishes with 7 points. So again, that's 15 for Sharp, 12 for Blanson, 10 for McCready. So it's a split today for Grayson County as the Cougar boys lose by a final score of 56-54, and the Lady Cougars won game 1 by a final score of 50-45. Coming up on Saturday, we will have 2 games for you on 103.9 The News and on K105 Digital Productions. As game 1 will be the Grayson County Lady Cougars playing Webster County. That game will be at Ohio County. The game is scheduled for 3 o'clock, so our coverage will begin at about 2:40. And later on that evening at 6:30, it'll be the Cougar boys back in action against Muhlenberg County, again on 103.9 The Moose and on K105 Digital Productions. That wraps up our coverage here today from Hawesville. A doubleheader doubleheader split for Grayson County and the boys and the girls. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work tonight. Your camera operator was Cody Brock, and your director was Chase Blaine. So on a night where the Lady Cougars pick up a 5-point win and the Cougar boys lose by 2 by a final score of 56-54, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.